We're talking about awkward dates today in our head drama. In fact, that's our head drama question of the day. What is the most awkward date that you've ever been on? We're joined now by dating expert and author of 6 novels on relationships, the lovely Kristen Harmel. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the show, my dear.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
All right, now it's a lot of pressure on you to be called a dating expert.
Well, but I know my stuff. What can
Well,
I say?
that's true. I was gonna follow up with pressure taken.
Exactly.
Check mark. You got it under
Absolutely.
control. Okay. We had an awkward, real quick, just jumping ahead here, an awkward dating experience where I asked you out, and then you reminded me that I'm married. But we won't go on with that.
Yes.
I'm kidding, Chris. All right, here we go. We got to go through your advice for avoiding a lengthy bad date, because we've all been in this situation, right?
Oh, yes.
You're looking at your watch, and you're however long into it, sometimes 10 minutes, and you're thinking, how the hell did I get myself into this?
That's how this segment's beginning to feel.
Okay, here we go. Limit the time commitment. What does that mean?
I would say, first of all, if you're not entirely sure about how the date's going to go,
Okay.
limit it to something like drinks or coffee. Something that'll take
Great
maybe
tip.
30 minutes. You know, we can all bear 30 minutes, even if it's a horrible date.
Right.
But if you commit to something like dinner or,
That's a
know,
whole
something,
night.
it's an entire night. So the thing about starting off with a short time commitment is if it's going wonderfully, you can always extend it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, your night could just magically free up. Oh, look,
Yeah.
suddenly I have time.
Oh,
we actually
look,
could
I
go to
just
dinner.
got a call that I am free now, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
Have your own ride. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think it's sort of a no-brainer if you're going on a blind date. Obviously, if you don't know the person, you know, you're not going to say, "Hey, please come pick me up at my house." I mean, that's just a little
Sure.
creepy. But you know, even if you've been out a couple times or you're going out with someone you know already, I sort of think of it as having your own escape vehicle.
Okay.
It's a lot harder to get out of a bad date if you don't have a ride home.
And I found not a good idea to go with city bus as your ride home. That's not that. Although keeping to the schedule, don't see a movie. You say, why not see a? Why not? Why shouldn't we
Well,
see a movie?
first of all, creeps are creepier in the dark. I've got
There
to
you
say.
go. Pull the old bottom of the hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket trick.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've all
the arm around the
experienced that one.
shoulder, exactly.
Okay.
But beyond that, you're with something like that, or with going to a football game or a basketball game or some kind of sporting event or a play or something, you're really nailing
gonna-
yourself into a time.
And you're also not talking.
You're not talking, and you're stuck for 2+ hours.
Which takes us to our final tip: take your date on a verbal test drive.
You know, before you go on a date with someone, you would want to at least talk to them on the phone. Don't arrange it over just text and email, because it's really hard to get a sense of who a person is. And if it's an awkward phone call, it's probably also an awkward date.
Check out our article on headdrama.com.